Paris got fashion, London got a clock, Berlin got clubs. Equal distribution. Literally, Berlin is famous for what? For being the capital of Germany, for World War II, and clubs. That's about it. People don't come there to see architecture or nature or whatever you people are looking for in cities. People come there to party. And Germans, they ain't staying aside of this money flow. They will make clubs out of freaking everything. We're talking power plants, bunkers, warehouses, abandoned factories, generally everything that can go in a sentence with the word abandoned. But what's the big deal here? It's not like Copenhagen doesn't have clubs. It's not like Rome or, I don't know, Prague doesn't have parties. Why then everybody is ready to stay in queues for them hours just to get in some club in Berlin? Well, let's go for the obvious. Berlin is always open. It doesn't go with these European styled norms of venues must be closed from this time to this time. You see, some cities have it on a legal level that, let's say, from 3 am to 6 am everything has to be closed. But fortunately for itself, Germany has no such laws, so the parties in Berlin can go 24 hours almost 8 days a week. People can come to the city on Friday, walk in a club and magically leave the building on Monday morning. It all depends on the club's own rules. If they want to, they can close. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Honestly, sounds like the motto of the free city of Berlin. It doesn't judge. Everyone who comes there knows what they came for and where they came for it. Berlin is one of the most, let's say, progressive places you can think of. Everyone is welcome there. No one cares what you wear or if you wear anything at all. Dude, my mate went to Berlin like a year ago. He just came to the city an hour ago and already saw a naked girl having a photo shoot in the center of the city. Damn, where else would this be possible? Maybe only late in the night in Amsterdam when people generally don't see anything around them. But in Berlin, I feel like whoever you are, whatever you do, not in a harmful way of course, you are welcome there. People go there to escape the world and have a good time. One goal unites, you know? But although it may seem like it, Berlin's party reputation isn't new. They were clubbing way back when, straight up out of the First World War. Even though they lost it, the cities were no longer oppressed by the military situation. Ain't it a reason for celebration? So it all started. Bars, dances, music, clubs. Even then it made Berlin a pretty attractive destination for international celebrities. You know, reminds me of another bad guy throwing parties. Can't really remember his name though. Then the Nazis came and the party was over. Then the Nazis were gone, but the wall between West and East Berlin appeared. Then the wall was gone, and you know, the Germans, they just needed to celebrate it. And they had something special. A big, empty, abandoned eastern half of the city. Thousands of buildings, factories, power stations, bunkers, warehouses, all of that was suddenly sitting there, unused and very attractive. And why does it have to contain air? When it can contain thousands of people. And so, more and more of those abandoned buildings started being occupied by clubs, bars, all of such things. They all became a part of Berlin's own new vibe. When before, the East Berlin was just a boring, grey, industrial area, nothing really interesting. Now it became one of the main places to see. Even if you're not all that into clubbing, just from a perspective of beauty, it's at least interesting. It surely makes Berlin's style less so polished, regular European city, and more of a unique, disturbing in a good way, alive city. But doesn't it all sound too sweet? Of course it does. You see, back in the days when it all started, nobody needed those buildings. Old, unused, dirty warehouses, who in the hell would care about them? So the rent, it was a pretty attractive part of opening a club there. But now, dude, nowadays everyone understands how much money those clubs make and that it ain't just an old, unused, dirty warehouse anymore. So the rent freaking skyrocketed. Just a year ago, half of Berlin's clubs were considering closing. Almost 2/3 has had a big drop in income. For understanding, the oldest and biggest queer club in Germany, Schwuss, closed due to financial difficulties. Gen Z drinks less than generations before, that's a fact. Gen Z in general goes out less. And such clubs and factories are no longer unique to Berlin. They're pretty much everywhere today. So folks are like, why to go somewhere if I have it at home? Type stuff. But less customers, higher rents, and Berlin's famous activity dies down. However, the music surely isn't over yet. Berlin still carries the title of the club capital of Europe. People still come there for the vibe, for the freedom, for the party.